Brace yourself for a journey into the unknown, where the truth is often stranger than fiction, and reality is weird as fuck. Sometimes the strangest stories aren't science fiction. They're happening right now. Flickering lights, silent shadows, and advanced technology that no one wants to take credit for. We're exploring the mystery of modern drone sightings and a theory that connects them to something even darker: the Blue Beam Conspiracy. This is the story of objects too advanced for commercial use, too secretive for governments to admit, and too coordinated to be dismissed as mere hobbyists. From the skies over Colorado to whispers of secret corporate experiments, what's happening above us is as puzzling as it is unnerving. Bright lights, silent movement, and no answers. Over the past few weeks, New Jersey and its surrounding areas have been gripped by panic. Mysterious drones, large, coordinated, and unsettlingly advanced, have been appearing in the night sky, leaving residents and experts alike asking, who's behind this and what do they want? Residents are worried and confused. These aren't hobby drones. Some of these objects are 6 feet wide, flying in synchronized patterns. Local authorities and the FAA say they're investigating, but so far no one is taking credit. It's a story we've heard before. Back in December 2019, similar drone sightings struck rural Colorado and Nebraska. Witnesses reported swarms of large drones flying in grids. "It's like they're mapping something," said one resident. But despite weeks of investigation, law enforcement, military, and federal officials denied any involvement.
These are not U.S. military drones.
But what makes the New Jersey sightings even stranger is how closely they align with an infamous theory. A theory that conspiracy circles claim may hold the answers. Enter the Blue Beam Conspiracy. The Blue Beam Conspiracy is one of the most shadowy legends of modern times. The theory suggests that these high-tech drone swarms are no accident. Instead, they're part of a secret initiative to surveil key resources, industries, and even populations. Believers allege that Blue Beam has deep ties to both government and private corporations. The theory claims these drone swarms are collecting data, mapping everything from farmland to infrastructure, and that the information could be sold to undisclosed clients. They're testing something. I don't know what, but it's not for public use, claimed a whistleblower from a past drone incident. If true, New Jersey could just be the next step in a much bigger operation. Here's what we know. Advanced aerial phenomena are not new. In 2021, the Pentagon released a report acknowledging unidentified objects in U.S. airspace, some of which were drones, likely of foreign or experimental origin. Yet, the report left more questions than answers. Consider this. In 2019, swarms of unidentified drones were spotted hovering near U.S. Navy warships off the coast of California. And it's not just happening over water. Similar drones have appeared near nuclear missile silos and critical power grids across the United States. New Jersey sits close to sensitive infrastructure, including airports, refineries, and shipping hubs. Could these sightings be tied to foreign surveillance? Or could they be testing grounds for a new technology, one that's already far beyond public understanding? At the same time, the commercial drone industry is booming. Amazon, Google, and other corporations are developing advanced drones for deliveries, surveillance, and data collection. But this technology raises an uncomfortable question. Who's keeping tabs on it? Some theorists argue that the New Jersey drones aren't just stray tech. Instead, they could be connected to corporate espionage, secretly mapping the area to track energy grids, infrastructure, or natural resources. If true, this represents an unprecedented breach of public trust. New Jersey isn't alone. Across the world, drone sightings are on the rise.
I can literally only see
they look like balls. That sounds really weird. They look like, like a shape of a ball. That's what they look like now.
I can literally only see that one.
They've gone smaller.
They were massive. I can't zoom in on it anymore.
They've gone all the way over there now.
I've lost it.
I can see one of them, but it's getting further away.
Oh,
In China, swarms of unidentified drones have hovered over critical infrastructure. In Europe, drones were spotted near power plants, and in Australia, mining fields, rich in resources, reported coordinated drone activity. While some dismiss these events as unrelated, others see a global pattern. Whether it's espionage, corporate greed, or something else entirely, the technology seems too advanced, too deliberate, to be a coincidence. Of course, not everyone believes drones are the full story. Some point to their uncanny characteristics: silent movement, advanced formation, and an eerie lack of accountability. Could drones be a cover for something more unexplainable, something extraterrestrial? It's a stretch for some, but believers point to recent disclosures about unidentified aerial phenomena as proof that we still don't know everything about what's in our skies. So what's behind the drone sightings in New Jersey? Are they cutting-edge surveillance tools, corporate experiments, or something more covert? And where does the blue beam conspiracy fit into it all? If the drones are part of an operation to find a dirty bomb or potential credible nuclear threat, that begs the question: who is watching the watchers? As we look to the skies, the truth remains elusive. What we do know is this: the drones are here, and whoever is behind them doesn't want us to know why. In a world where the skies are no longer empty, one thing's for sure: sometimes, the truth is harder to find than we think, and maybe, just maybe, it's already watching us. Staged events, clandestine experiments, aliens rising from the ocean, or just plain weird as fuck.
We're seeing 3 or 4 targets. You know, they're all altitudes up and down. It's pretty crazy.
We're not seeing anything, getting lots of different reports out there. Some at 30, some all the way up to 50,000, about 3 or 4 different lights. Does it look like they're around your altitude now?
No, there's one way up high and one about my altitude. Moving in like a circle, like a corkscrew pattern. Just had another one show up about my 1 o'clock, about 1,000 feet high, zipping towards us and then back out towards the ocean. And red in color, moving at extreme speed.
Roger. You are cleared to maneuver as necessary, left and right, to avoid the UFO out there.
I would remind you, we're at the beginning here, not the end. There's a lot more work to be done, and we're working closely with state and local authorities to gain more information. I would argue that we're moving pretty well here with a sense of energy to try to figure out what we can do to learn more about this.
I'm going to give you a report on drones about 1 day into the administration, because I think it's ridiculous that they're not telling you about what's going on with the drones. And it's not only with me. Glenn was telling me today that in Virginia they have drones all over the place too, and nobody's reporting it. I don't know why they're not. Do you want to say something about that?
Just one quick comment, which is we are home to the largest naval base in the world in Quantico, and we house a lot of the SEAL teams and have a huge national security infrastructure. And now for 2 years running, we have had drone incursion over secure airspace, and we still don't know why. And I think that's absolutely unacceptable.
Say this, while we were dealing with a terrorist attack in New Orleans, we had drones being flown over our nuclear reactors in Louisiana. And we brought that attention to the FAA. We've been asking the FAA to give these states the ability to mitigate these drones, and it's sitting on some bureaucrat's desk. And that's real.
Nobody knows. They don't want to talk about it. Go ahead, Governor, you're going to say?
I was just going to say we have drones in Wyoming flying over our infrastructure as well. And it's incredibly frustrating that we not only have no way of knowing what it is, but nobody knows how to deal with them.
They don't want to talk about it, and nobody knows why. They don't want to talk about it.